Hey, what's up, guys? Welcome to Module 3 of the Twitter Masterclass. Today we're going to go over how to turn your offer into a killer DM script. And I'm really excited for this because I think I'm the first person to talk about this, to coin the concept of account leverage when it comes to DMs. Okay, and what this means is that depending on how much leverage your brand or your account might have, your message will be different, okay? And so I've put together a couple different scripts that will get your results no matter where you're at. If you have 1 million followers, if you have 0 followers, or if you have a couple thousand, right? And so that's what we're gonna get into today. So just to explain the concept, so I've identified 3 different levels of leverage: low, medium, and high leverage. And so one of the most common objections I get when I hop on calls with like high level individuals or people with a lot of with big accounts with a lot of leverage, they are down with the idea of making more money through DMs, but they don't necessarily want to burn their audience. They don't want to burn their brand because DMs are known for being salesy, but they don't necessarily have to be, okay? And so for high leverage individuals or for high leverage accounts or brands, I recommend a conversational script, right? So you're not going to pitch, and we'll get into that, but it's going to be more of a conversation starter rather than a, hey, this is what I've done, or this is what I can do for you. It's going to be a little bit more toned down than for the low leverage account. So if you're just starting, I would just recommend you do work for free because you have 0 leverage. Like, you haven't proven yourself to where people know that you can get them from point A to point B, so your perceived likelihood of achievement is really low. So you want to do work for free so that you increase your client's perceived likelihood of achievement with your service, right? So it's going to be just work for free. You're going to get a lot of responses, a lot of people, and you can basically just pick who you want to work with because you will get a lot of replies. And then from there, once you get case studies, you move on to medium leverage, where you can plug your case studies to get more clients. Why? Because you've already proven that you can get people from point A to point B. And then obviously high leverage, where there is no doubt in people's minds that you can get them from point A to point B, and you don't necessarily have to even plug your case studies. People will just recognize your brand, recognize your profile picture, and they will answer it, and they will want to hop on a call with you, and it'll be way easier to convert. And so this is kind of where having a really good brand and having credibility, which we will get into also, kind of crosses with your outbound, okay? Because people think it's black and white. So you either want to do like have a personal brand and get inbound, or you want to have outbound. But in my eyes, it's more of they complement each other, right? Because if you have really strong inbound, your outbound is going to be supercharged. It's going to be crazy. Why? Because you're going to send outbound, right? High leverage outbound, so conversation starters, just conversation starters, not being salesy at all. And then people are going to recognize your brand, and then they're going to be a lot more likely to respond, a lot more likely to actually hop on a call with you, and then you can sell them, right? So in my eyes, having really good inbound is just a reflection of having a really good brand, and that just amplifies your whole outbound. So I don't necessarily agree with the fact that people think that doing outbound isn't for people with high leverage, because it is, and it'll actually get you a lot better results than if you don't have an account. And then that means you can just have really good outbound and really good inbound to just freaking 2x, 3x, 4x, 5x, whatever you're currently doing, okay? So that's kind of the explanation, and we're gonna get right into it. Before, though, this is a quick tip. So curiosity kills, and this is super true. And like, having curiosity in your scripts, it can be a really important tool, especially on Twitter, because if people aren't following you, they won't necessarily get notifications when you message them, right? Because you'll go to message requests, and so they won't get notifications. But if you spark their curiosity and they ask a question about what it is that you're saying, then they will get replies. And this works more for like high leverage accounts, because if it's low leverage and they can't really see, or it does actually work for low leverage if you're doing free. But if you're not doing free and you want to just spark people's curiosity, then it might work, but it's a lot more powerful when you're doing it with high leverage. But basically just doing some like an acronym, for example, like instead of saying short form content, saying like SFC, then or just like making words shorter, people will be like, what's that, right? And then they answer, and then whenever you message them back, they're gonna actually get a notification, and that's exactly what you want. Okay, so that's just a quick tip that you can implement into your scripts. Okay, so now we're gonna get into low leverage. So like I said, low leverage, I just want you to focus on securing these case studies, and how you're gonna do that is through free work. I know it's not super sexy to say, but it really is just the easiest and fastest way to get going. Even though it might not seem like it. So you want to work for free. So hey name, I'm doing XYZ for I'm doing XYZ, so dream outcome for 3. So I'm doing free website designs I'm doing free and then their dream outcome, whatever they might need or want for agency owners interested, and then they'll be like, yeah, sure. They'll be like, okay, cool. And then if you might be wondering like if you don't necessarily want to work for free, but you want to use like the word free to supercharge your messages or your reply rates, then I would recommend, I'm going to leave a link to this thread I made. It's my pinned tweet right now, and it goes over like the strategies that I've found work for selling Start for free. I don't do this anymore, but it works, okay? And there's a couple ways to actually sell Start for free. And you can take advantage of just having the word free in your message, because it will increase your reply rates. Or you can just do work straight for free, and then that will secure you case studies, right? That's like the lowest. That's like the lowest. It just reduces the risk for your clients or your prospects, right? So it's really unlikely that people will say no after they've responded, because if they've responded, it just means that they're interested. Right? And then if it's for free, then be like, yeah, fuck yeah. Okay, so that is if you're low leverage, just do work for free. Like, yo, I'm doing a free campaign, I'm doing a free outbound campaign for 3 agency owners interested. I'm doing a free website redesign for 3 agency owners or whatever, for 3 real estate agents interested, right? And they're like, yes, okay, sweet. And then you just have a conversation. There will be another module going over how to carry a conversation. So that's what you want to be. And this number right here is for scarcity, right? So you're not doing it for everyone. You're just doing it for 3 people. You're doing it for 4 people. You're doing it for 10 people, whatever it is. This will add a little bit of scarcity, right? So people will be a little bit more likely to respond. Or sometimes people will just call you out on your bullshit. So it really just depends on, I mean, you do want to make it be true, right? Because ideally you couldn't take on like 50 new customers tomorrow. So yeah, that's kind of how you want to work with this number. Okay, so let me pause real quick. Okay, cool. So if you have low leverage, that's what you want to do. Okay, so if you don't have any clients, you don't have any leverage, that's what you want to do. Once you secure your case studies, once you've shown people that you can get them from point A to point B, so from where they are to where they want to be, then you have moved on to the second step, which is medium leverage. Okay, and this is honestly where you're going to be spending most of your time, because just in a couple months you can get from low leverage to medium leverage, but then it does take a longer time to get from medium leverage to high leverage. And so in medium leverage, now that you have case studies, you want to plug those case studies. You basically want to exploit those case studies or leverage those case studies to get more case studies, and to just get people a lot of results. So you can literally just say like, hey, first name, just got client name X result, and we'll let you do the same for you. Interested, right? So it's not, so you're showing off your case studies, but it's not like, it's not super salesy, at least in my eyes, okay? And these messages get good results depending on this, okay? X result, depending on how good your results are, that will be the leading indicator of how good your reply rates will be. So if you have really good results, you'll get a lot of replies, but if you don't, then it might be a little iffy. Or if this client name is really recognizable, that will also boost your reply rates by a ton, okay? And then you can do yo first line, you can add personalized lines, which I'll get into using Drippi, right? It's gonna be in the volume portion. I've got an adjective system, so I've got an automated system. Just insert any like buzzword in there, any adjective that might. I've got an AI system. I've got one of those words, an adjective that's generated X results for my clients interested. So here, maybe you don't have a specific client name that you want to plug, but you have a couple clients from your free offer that you've gotten really good results for. So once you put all your results together, then then you have a really good result that you can show off. A really good result that you can show off. So, first name. I've got an automated system that's generated over 500K for my clients interested, right? And then they'll be like yes. And then that's a really good one. If you don't have like a really big client that you can plug that people will recognize, people like big numbers. Okay, and then. Another one you can do is, first name, mind if I shoot over a video explaining how I got X result for X client? Or this is like this kind of the same philosophy. If you have a really good case study, if you have a singular really good case study, then you can go with this. If you would rather use this route of, okay, I might not have one case study, but once I put them all together, then it looks a lot better. Then you can do that and do like, mind if I shoot over a video explaining how I got my clients a 20x ROI in the past 6 months, right? And that's going to probably pique someone's interest. Or you can use a dollar sign like how I generated 100K for my clients in the last X days or X months or whatever it is, right? So that's how I would go about it if you have medium leverage, okay? And this is the one you're going to be sending out for a long time, okay? And then once you have enough case studies that you've built a brand, right? Or that people recognize you instantly, then you have high leverage, okay? And so the difference is really just your time in the market and the results that you've been able to get. Follower count can be a deciding factor. Like obviously if you have, I guess it really does depend on your niche. Why? Because 100K for a specific niche might not be a lot, and then 10K for another niche might be a lot. Just depends on kind of where the like best people are at. If the best people in your niche are at 10K, then 10K is a lot. But if the best people in your niche are at like say 500, a million, then that's what high leverage is. So I wouldn't necessarily go for follower count, but it does play a role, okay? Because usually if you have a lot of followers, it means you have a lot of leverage because you gain those followers because you have shown people that you can get them from point A to point B, or you've been doing it for a really long time. And so for these messages, you're not going to be sending out the same message as you were as you were when you had low leverage or medium leverage. You want to actually, I kind of like to think of it as if you were like a little bit of a Chad now, right? You have a lot more leverage. People look up to you, so I'm not saying that you can look down on them, but at least you can leverage that like high ground that you have, if you will. Okay, so for example, if you have a really big account, this would be a good message to send. Like, yo, what's up? Was told you'd be a great fit. Let me know when you can chat. Okay, and if you have a big enough profile, people will be interested. Like, if Elon Musk sent you this message, fuck yeah, you would answer. I mean, again, if Elon Musk sent you any message, you would probably answer. But if someone with no leverage sent you this message, you'd probably be like, who the heck even is this guy, right? So this is only a message that really high-level individuals or people with high leverage can send. And it doesn't look salesy at all. It's just like, yo, I want to help you. I was told you to be a great fit. Let me know when you can chat. Let me know if this would be worth a chat, right? And you don't necessarily have to go into what you've done or what it is that you do, because they're going to recognize your profile, or they're going to see your bio and they'll be like, okay, yeah, I want to work with that guy. Another one you can do, which isn't as high leverage, like, yo, just made a really high, like a really big name, 100K last month. Would love to do the same for you. Interested? Or let me know. It's also a good one, like just LMK. That just looks like you're, it's just like a chill message. It doesn't look, it doesn't look like you need the client. It's more of a, just let me know if it works for you. Let me know if you're interested, right? So that's kind of the angle you want to take. That's how you want to be perceived when you have really high leverage. And that's what you need to do in order to not burn your brand. Okay. Or yo, I'm doing, again, this kind of goes with this one. So it's like, yo, I'm doing dream outcome for high level individual, high level individual, high level individual. Would love to do the same for you. Let me know, or interested, right? So, I'm doing Google ads for Ty Lopez, Elon Musk, and Jeff Bezos. Will it do the same for you? Interested? And people would answer, okay? Just because of these names and then because of who you are. And again, that's not as high leverage as something like this, right? Because it's just like, you are the the higher level individual in the conversation. And so you can afford to do this. And this is something that's not going to bring your brand at all, okay? Or you can literally just do like a conversation starter. So it could be as simple as, let me just write some down. Again, so, hey, or yo, name, what's up, name, what's good, name, hey, name, what's told about your biz, think we should work together, let me know we can chat. Yo, what's up, name, let me know if you ever need help with XYZ. I've got XYZ, think it'd be a great fit, right? So you're just starting a conversation and you're like super smooth about what you're actually pitching. So it's like, yo, I think it would be a good idea. I think this would be beneficial for both of us, right? You know who I am, you know my brand. Let me know let me know when you can chat. Let me know if you think you'd be if you'd be interested, right? And that's pretty much how you want to go about things if you have a really high level account. Or even if you think that's way too salesy, you could literally just like conversation start like, yo, sup bro, was told about you, how's life been, how's your business going, how's XYZ been, or how have things been going, right? So literally just a conversation starter. And that is not even, and then in the conversation, you can actually like start asking qualifying questions to see if they would be a fit. And so that's how I would go about it. That's how I go about people with high leverage. Right now we manage a couple accounts with over 400K, and that's how we do, and that's how we're able to get them really, really good results. So this one works really well, and this one works really well for maybe accounts that have a lot of followers but aren't necessarily your personal brand. But then these work a lot better if it's a personal brand. So yeah, that is pretty much it. Hope you guys enjoyed this account leverage concept. Let me know if you have any questions. If you are wondering if your scripts are good, literally the market will tell you, okay? Like if you are getting replies, then it's good. If you're not getting replies, then it's probably not good. If you have questions, then just message me on Twitter. This is my Twitter right here. So Pendinary Alex, it'll probably be linked somewhere. So yeah, that's pretty much it. Let me know if you have any questions. Peace.